Alright, so here's my build with the Arctic fans that I added. I added 280s in the back. Then I was going to put three 120s in the front. I actually even spent 20 bucks on this on eBay. There's one problem with this. This is for a Norco, and in order for it to actually fit in and everything, I would have had to rewire all these SATA cables, and I totally didn't want to do that. So what I did is I used the old back plate, and instead I just freaking glued two 120s to the actual metal piece itself, and I did that in the back. It was removing the fans that came with it was pretty easy, but there's no freaking place to screw in normal fans. Like, none of the holes lined up. So I just said, screw it, the fans are only $6 each. I'll just permanently glue them to the case. No harm, no foul. But I haven't yet screwed in the actual plate itself. What I'm going to do is, after this is all dried, put the case back on and run it overnight, running some CPU benchmarks or something, see how hot I can get it to run. I also haven't mounted the OS drive anywhere. It's just hanging there. There are there's two extra cables on the inside for mounting other hard drives, so that you can put OS drives and maybe another storage drive inside the case instead of taking up one of the slots on the front. And it came with this actual cage for $3.50. But I don't think I'm really going to use this. So I thought initially, this is the stock fans, the jet engines. I thought I could just replace these with normal PC enthusiast fans and they would work. These things are a pain in the ass. First of all, they kind of snap into place and there's plastic guides. But I didn't really find an easy way to just swap these out. I just wanted to swap them out and then slap them in. That wasn't going to work. Now I have a spare 120. I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. So, yeah, ideally I would have just loved to screwed everything in place, but it didn't really work out that way. So these are currently drying. I actually got these little hockey puck guys here, putting a little pressure there. I'm going to let those dry for a few hours. I also had some problems where when I put in the second CPU, despite updating the BIOS, the machine was not stable. It wouldn't boot into the OS or into the BIOS at all. So I kept messing with it, kept putting the CMOS to like defaults and everything, and I tried a whole bunch of things, so that wasn't working. So I don't know what's up there. The unfortunate thing is when there's no CPU in here, this other bank of RAM is not recognized, so it's only recognizing 32 gigs. But even then, I ran it through a few tests. It was able to fire up a Hadoop cluster in about 10 minutes, and it churned through that. I added another 10 nodes. It is a hex core processor up here. As you can see, that's just a stock AMD fan, which is currently the loudest fan in it. And then I've got this guy here, so when this is all said and done, I'll fire it up, give you an idea how loud it is. It is really not that loud anymore. So when I fire it up, I'll let you know. Cheers.